Hello, Jack. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Yeah. 이덴에서 아직 안 오신 것 같은데요.
아, 알겠습니다. 제가
아,
즉시 호출하겠습니다.
네. 그러면 일단 먼저 시작한 다음에 이덴 오면은 다시 이덴 할까요?
지금 와가 계세요, 보니까.
어,
EOSB, KR이,
아,
우리 이든, 예, 소개하실 분.
네네. 그러면 시작할까요? 네.
그러면 간단하게 우리 서로 인사를 나누고, 시작을 하도록 하시죠. 잠깐만요. wait. 자, 그러면 지난주에 이어가지고, 포멜로 제 3라운드 피치 세션이죠. 코리아 에디션 2회차 이자 이제 어떻게 보면 포멜로의 마지막 피치 세션입니다. 오늘 해외의 프로젝트와 그리고 한국의 이든 코리아 독립을 알리는 그러한 피치 세션 기회를 가지고자 합니다. 다들 만나서 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다. 안녕하세요. Hello, it's Pomelo Pitch Korea Edition Episode 2 going live on Twitter Space. Thank you for tuning in. Today we have 4 projects to introduce. So let's get started.
오늘은 시작을 먼저 프로젝트를 진행을 하고 마지막으로 이제 또 우리 스페셜 게스트죠. 스테판의 마지막 인사 한번 부탁한다고 전달 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 네, okay, then we will have like a pitch session for project, and at the end, Stefan, we hope you can say something for Pomelo Pitch.
자, 그러면 지금 이제 진행을 하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 총 4개 프로젝트인데 이든 코리아 그리고 바이와이어의 다큐멘터리 프로젝트 그리고 리커버리라는 이제 하나의 소셜 월렛을 활용을 해가지고 프라이빗 키를 몰라도 되고 퍼블릭 키를 몰라도 되고 블록체인을 몰라도 되는 그리고 이오네이션에서 진행하는 하나의 팀 프로젝트이죠. 핫소스라는 프로젝트를 소개를 해드리려고 합니다. 자, 첫 번째 이든 코리아 포멜로 프로젝트입니다. 이든 코리아는 외부의 뭐 BP라든가 별도의 뭔가 어떻게 보면 개발 지원을 받지 않고 한국에 있는 커뮤니티에서 개발을 하시는 분께서 개발을 하시고 또 소통을 하고 커뮤니티들만의 독자적으로 에덴을 포킹을 해가지고 한국에 특화된 사이트와 그리고 모든 구현을 독립적으로 한 프로젝트입니다. 우리 상용님 에덴 코리아에 대해서 한번 설명을 부탁드리겠습니다. 상용님 먼저 한번 마이크 리퀘스트 한번 눌러 주시겠습니까?
네. EOSB 받으셨나요? 제가 방금 보냈는데.
잠시만요. 왜 아직 답변이 없으시? 접속 상태가 안 좋으시나? 지금 리스너로 되어 있으신데. 한 10초만 기다려 볼게요.
네, 그러면 제가 간단히 먼저 소개할게요. The first project is EdenKr. EdenKr is a proposal to hold Korean official Eden on EOS election by deploying proper Eden OS. Eden 그 코리아한테 요청을 보내면 되나요? 아니면?
이든 KR이 지금 다시 한 번 더 상영이 지금 목소리 들리실 건데 제가 초대를 지금 했거든요. 그러면 그 화면에서 초대 동의 혹은 그 창이 뜰 건데 거기에서 이제 수락을 하시면 돼요. 동의한다는. 그 우측 하단에 마이크 리퀘스트가 있고 스피커 리퀘스트가 있고 아니시면은 지금 찾으시는 동안 시애님 우리 그러면 바이와이어 이거 다큐멘터리부터 먼저 진행하시죠.
네, 그럴까요?
네, 진행 부탁드리겠습니다.
Yeah. We have to wait for Eden Korea for a minute, so let's start Bywire project first. So, how about you? Are you ready?
Always ready, absolutely.
Oh, cool. So, okay. So
just
this
for
is
a
a
moment.
yeah.
Could you bring onto the stage? There's a account called the Dark Channel, and that's my colleague Mark. He's the director of the documentary. If you could bring him as a speaker onto the stage, that would be great.
Oh, let me have a look at. Is he in this? Where is? Oh, okay. Yeah, invited. 네, 맥스님 그럼 먼저 한번 간단하게 그 발와이어 한번 소개시켜 드릴까요?
예, 알겠습니다.
I think we lost your audio there a little bit.
Hello, yeah.
간단하게 소개를 해보겠습니다. 이 바이와이어 이거 다큐멘터리 프로젝트는 이오스의 하나의 처음 시작과 현재 상태에 오기까지의 수많은 우여곡절이 있었거든요. 블락원의 ICO 그리고 블락원의 뭔가 커뮤니티에 뭔가 투자를 한다 했는데 실제 투자로 이어지지 않았던 부분 그리고 뭔가 각종 비원준 이벤트를 비롯해서 막 좀 사실 뭐 우여곡절이 너무 많았지 않습니까? 그리고 2021년도였나요? 베스팅 스타까지 이르기까지의 그 상황 그리고 그 이후에 ENF가 만들어지고 커뮤니티에 이제 개발 자금이 사용이 되면서 성장하는 과정 이러한 일련의 과정들을 다큐멘터리로 조금 영화 같은 그러한 아주 퀄리티 있는 그러한 작품을 만들기 위한 프로젝트입니다.
네, 소개 감사합니다. 네. Okay, this documentary tells the authentic story of EOS. So let's listen to it, Reclaiming EOS. Okay, please.
Would you like me to pause for you to translate after a sentence?
You can start. Yeah, you can start now.
Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Michael O'Sullivan, and I'm one of the founders at Bywire.news. We are very pleased to be here, and we're very happy to be addressing the wonderful Korean community. I'll give you a little bit of information about the documentary. So the documentary is called Reclaiming EOS, and this is the authentic story of EOS. We propose a feature-length documentary, so it will be approximately 90 minutes in length. There is right now a concept teaser available on YouTube. So you can go onto YouTube, you can search for Reclaiming EOS, and you can watch the teaser. And that teaser has Korean subtitles, but it also has a Korean voiceover. So we've gone the extra mile to make sure that we respect the Korean community. So the story is really about the history of EOS. And as we all know, it is one of the most exceptional tales, really, to emerge from the innovative but very murky world of cryptocurrency. Perhaps this is even more important than the search for Satoshi. Reclaiming EOS is a story that is going to be told. We know that from the Wired magazine coverage. We know that from the widespread press interest, and the fact that it is a very compelling story. Therefore, we feel the story must be told. It must be told by those who actually lived it, because if it's told by someone else, the story might not be authentic. It might not be true. And we need to make sure that the truth comes out about what happened, because the truth is the most powerful weapon we all have. There is my colleague Mark is going to direct it. I'm going to bring him onto the stage in a few moments to talk a little bit about his experience and his other projects. But I just wanted to say that in order for us to tell this real story, we need the community support. Whether that support is through Pomelo, or that support is coming to volunteer, or to just help us make this film, help us tell this story. Because this story is something that's so important to get right. Once we have told the story, the EOS community can then move forward. But more importantly, it will dispel any myths about any scams or anything going wrong. And it will just lay out the full linear timeline of what really happened and who said what and when. And I think we've demonstrated that we are a very competent, creative team. And we have the ability to create this documentary, and we have the ability to do it at a very professional scale. So I do hope that the Korean community will find it in your hearts to trust us, to support us, and to really back us on Pomelo and give us the tools we need to make this a reality. I'm now going to hand you over briefly to Mark. He's going to give you a little bit of information about his experience in film and TV prior to this, and also his vision for how he sees the documentary working. Mark, over to you.
Thanks, Michael. So when Michael told me, because I'm not someone who my background's in film and television, so I'm not someone who's followed blockchain from the sort of onset at all, but I'm someone who's got involved with Bywire a couple of years ago to sort of develop it as a way to battle misinformation, disinformation, and bring truth, trust, and accountability to the news, which is our mission. And when he told me the story, what actually happened with EOS, I just thought it was really compelling. And as someone who comes from drama, fiction drama, I've worked on Black Mirror, I've worked on The Crown, I've worked on Peaky Blinders, Sherlock, a whole host of shows. And I found the story truly sort of not just compelling as a story, but I found that what it's actually about, what it's really about is about people sort of, as the title says, reclaiming their autonomy, reclaiming democracy. There are bigger issues within the story itself that the documentary can shed light on and tell a much wider story to a bigger audience than just the EOS community. And in the process of that, it would do wonders for EOS reputation to sort of see actually what has happened since the initial rise and fall and now the resurgence of EOS. That's kind of the story that we're trying to tell. And I very much want to tell this story. We would make sure that we get all the best interviews and contributors into it, but we'd also make sure that it has the same qualities as a high-end Netflix documentary. Basically, that's kind of that's my mission.
And just thanks, Mark. And given Mark's experience working with groups such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, BBC, Sky News, and many others, there is a possibility that we can present this directly to those organizations, and hopefully maybe they'll take it up and maybe they'll distribute it across their streaming platforms or across their networks. But either way, this team has the capability to produce a professional documentary, and we have the capability to present it to the series distributors. So we are ideally placed to make this a success. And then finally, in the world, there's something called a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I think we can create the ending that this community deserves through our actions. And sometimes life imitates art, and sometimes art imitates life. I think this documentary can define the type of community EOS should be, and the type of principles and integrity that the community individuals possess. So I feel very proud of this community. I feel very proud of the potential, and I'm very excited to tell this story. So that's our proposal complete. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Great introduction by Michael and Mark. Thank you again.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Great. Yeah. 다음 순서로 넘어갈까요?
예, 감사합니다. 또 이게 총 90분짜리인데 또 특히 또 한국의 지원을 전적으로 또 지원을 해주셔가지고 더빙 또 나오고, 예, 그렇게 또 한국에도 아주 친화적으로 해주셔가지고 어떻게 보면 우리한테는 굉장히 친숙할 수가 있을 겁니다. 그리고 이제 두 번째 프로젝트 소개를 해드리도록 하겠습니다. 두 번째는 리커버 관련되어 있는 부분인데, 우리가 사실 블록체인에 관련해 가지고 어떻게 이렇게 접하다 보면 기술적으로 알아야 되고 키 보관을 해야 되고 혹여나 키를 분실을 했을 때 굉장히 난처한 상황, 자산을 잃어버리는 상황이 생깁니다. 그런데 이제 그러한 상황이 생겼을 때 굉장히 쉽게 주변에 어떻게 보면 키를 관리해주는 그런 소셜 월렛을 제공을 하고 키를 분실했을 때 복구를 해주고, 또 이렇게 기능을 사용하시는 분들은 블록체인에 대한 기술을 몰라도 되고 뭐 퍼블릭 키, 프라이빗 키 몰라도 되는 그러한 소셜 리커버리에 대한 프로젝트를 소개해드리고자 합니다.
네. The next project is recovery, a social recovery method that can be used in any EOSI or wallet application. Let's listen to Jack, please.
Hey everyone. So I just wanted to check. I'm just going to pause every now and again, and for the translation, is that all right?
Yes, you can do it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So hi everyone. Thanks very much for having me here, and I am very excited to be here with the Korean EOS community. So what if I asked you all of you that have EOS, to invite all of your friends and family to join EOS and to get an account? What problems would they have? I want you to think about that for a moment. Max?
시님?
질문을
Could you translate?
Okay. 방금 질문을 했는데 maybe could you say it again?
Okay, no worries.
Sorry.
Yeah. What if I asked you, all of you EOSO holders, to invite all of your friends and family to join EOS and get an account today? What problems would you have?
이제 친구들이나 이제 가족들을 청해서 EOS 계정을 신청하려고 할 때 이제 문제되는 부분이 어떤 게 있을까요? 이제 이걸 한번 생각해 보시면, 네.
So what we're doing at the Autonomy Foundation is we're building a product called Autonomy ID. This is a crypto and self-sovereign identity wallet focusing on these usability problems without any loss of your security or sovereignty. You don't need to know anything about private keys or blockchains to use this application. We're building it as a white labeled solution, meaning that we're building EOS ID with all of the EOS branding and information people need to join EOS easily.
Jack, I think you can just go on because we have like subtitles, and so people can understand what you are saying.
Ah, I did not catch that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
No worries. So like I said, we are building EOS ID, and one of the biggest problems that we're looking to tackle is the problem of recovery. What happens if you lose your keys or passwords or access to your phone? Then in the traditional crypto space, you're out. You can never access your account again. For example, in the Bitcoin ecosystem, 20% of all Bitcoins have been lost forever. So social recovery is a new system originally proposed by Vitalik Buterin and now adopted across the Ethereum ecosystem, but it's done quite poorly. And it doesn't work very well because of their gas fee model and their governance model and their scalability issues. We are creating this Pomelo proposal to build social recovery on EOS.io. It has the building blocks needed to do this properly, effectively, and cost efficiently. The way it works is that each person chooses 2 or 3 or 4 buddies. And if you lose your phone, all you need to do is go up to those buddies, and in consensus, they can recover your phone and account for you just by scanning a QR code on your phone. Nobody sees any private keys. It's all decentralized and securely managed on your phone. None of the users even see private keys or even know they're on the blockchain. I would like to invite the community here to check out the tweet that I'm going to tag to the EOS Korea Twitter channel. And that has a video of our prototype in action showing you this flow. So what we're proposing is to do something much better than Ethereum and something that doesn't yet exist in EOS.io at the moment with the current wallet solutions like Anchor or Wax Cloud. This has a massive potential for onboarding users to EOS. It makes it super easy for them and makes it safe enough for you to invite your friends and family to this chain. Also, by solving this problem, we get worldwide recognition for tackling one of the most difficult issues in crypto at the moment. So my name's Jack Tanner. I've been around with EOS and EOS.io from the beginning and before. I'm working with a team of 9 of us at the Autonomy Foundation here in the Netherlands. We have a Dutch foundation. Please check out our Pomelo grant. It's social recovery for EOS, Telos, and Wax communities, and any donation helps. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Jack. Yeah. 맥스님.
제가 간단히 한번 소개를 할까요?
네, 네.
지금 잭이 설명했던 내용은 뭐냐면 처음에 우리한테 질문을 던졌죠. 여러분들 주변의 친구나 지인들이나 가족분들한테 자, EOS가 정말 좋다 이거예요. 근데 EOS를 사용할 수 있게 뭔가 시작을 알릴 때 이 문제가 너무 많다 이거죠. 만드는데 자원에 대해서도 알아야 되고, 근데 이러한 부분을 굉장히 쉽게 사용할 수 있게끔 제공해주는 툴을 제공을 하는데, 요게 EOS 메인넷은 기본이고, 또 EOS.io를 사용을 하는 왁스 그리고 뭐 텔로스, 그러니까 EOS.io 체인들에게는 모두 지원을 할 수 있는, 그러니까 어떻게 보면 EOS 파운데이션이랑 원래 플러스랑 그리고 EOS 콜리션이랑 같이 협업을 하게 됩니다. 이렇게 협업을 해가지고 뭐 프라이빗 키에 대한 그러한 보관이나 저장 같은 개념이 아니라 QR 코드를 만드는 하나의 아이디를 생성하게 됩니다. 이 아이디는 단순한 아이디의 개념이 아니라 웹3 표준을 지향을 합니다. 웹3 표준으로 등록을 했고, 그러한 웹3 표준을 웹3 표준의 기술을 적용한 QR 코드로서 키를 복구할 수 있는 기능, 그리고 계정을 생성할 수 있는 기능, 예, 그러한 어떻게 보면 블록체인에 대한 아무런 이해도가 없더라도 어떻게 보면 한국에서 봤을 때 카카오톡 서로 QR 코드로 친구를 추가를 하고 트윗에서 뭐 친구를 팔로잉 하듯이 그러한 개념으로 쉽게 사용하고 또 더군다나 더 안전하게 왜냐하면 그 자산에 대한 웹3 표준을 지켜버리기 때문에 소유권은 사용자에게 가지는 그러한 안전하면서도 쉬운 그러한 기능을 제공을 하려고 합니다. 그래서 마지막으로 또 9명의 그렇게 구성된 팀이 있거든요. 8명으로 구성된 팀이 있는데 그러한 팀이 동시에 움직이고 있기 때문에 많은 관심을 부탁을 드린다고 합니다. 이상입니다. 그러면 우리 또 세 번째 소개를 하겠습니다. 세 번째는 아마 많이 기억들을 하실 거예요. 왜냐하면 지금 아마 제 기억이 맞다면 162회차 162회차까지 진행을 했는 것으로 알고 있는데 이오네이션에서 사실 커뮤니티와 소통을 하기 위해서 핫소스라는 하나의 브랜드를 만들었죠. 하나의 핫소스라는 브랜드를 만들고 각종 한 주간의 뭐 많은 이슈들 그리고 또 혹시나 또 안 좋았던 부분 그리고 모든 그런 커뮤니티의 소식과 소통을 유튜브 라이브를 방송을 하면서 그 라이브 속에서 이벤트도 하게 되고 뭐 퀴즈도 푸는 그러한 이벤트도 있었는데 벌써 횟수가 162회차까지 왔습니다. 162회차까지 왔는데 이제는 좀 더 한 단계 업그레이드 되는 개념에서 팀워크로 또 하나의 구축을 하는 그러한 포멜로에다가 이렇게 공공재 자금을 신청하게 되었는데 그러한 프로젝트를 소개를 해드리려고 합니다. 지혜님 부탁드리겠습니다.
Okay, the next project is the Hotsauce. Hotsauce is the longest running weekly news show in EOS, and they are ready to amplify the voice of the EOS community. So, Stefan, please introduce to us.
Hello everyone. Thanks for having me on this Pomelo Pitch session. I'm happy to be here and talk to the Korean community about our grant, the Hotsauce grant. So as many of you surely know, we've been producing the Hotsauce since 2019. So it's the longest running weekly EOS news show that exists out there, where this week we produced episode 164, or we're producing it. It's going to be released tomorrow. So Hotsauce is released every Friday at noon on the EOS Nation YouTube channel. And like I said, we've been doing it since 2019. So it started out as a written publication. It evolved into a pre-recorded video show. And then we've had a variety of hosts on the show, including myself, Yves Laos, Daniel Keys, Martin Brewer, and now our latest host is Dan Singjoy, also known as Dogman in the community. So Dogman has been doing a really good job for the past 3 or 4 months since he's joined the team. Dogman is very passionate about the EOS community and always shares that passion through the Hotsauce. We are currently, we applied for a grant on Pomelo this season in order to receive some support for the community so that we can continue to produce this public good and perhaps even improve it based on the level of funding. So in our grant, we've identified key levels of funding that will also correspond to key deliverables that we're going to deliver if we reach these levels of funding. So I encourage you to go read the grant on pomelo.io/grants/Hotsauce if you want to learn, if you want to read all of the details. But I'm going to give a few of the items that we're considering doing, again, depending on the level of funding we receive. So right now, like I've said, we've been producing the English show since 2019. This year, we also started producing a Chinese show for the Chinese community, and we're also considering starting a Korean show for the Korean community. We've worked on some new Hotsauce branding, and we're also going to be, of course, continuing our weekly giveaways of our party crackers and spicy rare NFTs. We've also got plans to improve the video production, include some intro clips, outro clips, some better layouts, some better transitions, and even also produce a audio version of the Hotsauce that's going to be uploaded to the popular podcasts in order to allow access to even more people to listen to the Hotsauce. And then if we reach very high levels of support from the community, we're also considering creating a new Twitter account, dedicated Hotsauce Twitter account, dedicated to the EOS news. We'd be increasing our marketing efforts as well as publishing a weekly newsletter about the Hotsauce. So that is kind of a quick overview of what we'd like to do for the Hotsauce in the future. We definitely, the team, so we're actually a fairly large team that's working on the Hotsauce. And when you support the Hotsauce grant, not only are you supporting the best weekly EOS news show that exists for EOS, you're supporting a lot of the projects that we feature in the Hotsauce, which, by the way, projects do not need to pay to be included in the Hotsauce. We've never received payment for any of the projects. What we do is myself and Martin, who's the co-creator of the Hotsauce, we go over all of the news of the EOS community every week, and we choose the projects that we think are the most important for the community and that we think is going to bring the most value to the community. And we don't charge those projects anything. We are just happy to promote them because it helps those projects and it helps the EOS community. So when you donate to the Hotsauce grant, you're helping the EOS in terms of getting a great news show, you're helping a lot of these projects that we give exposure to, and you're also supporting all of the great team members of the Hotsauce team in order for us to continue to do what we're passionate about, and that is hosting the Hotsauce. So real quickly, just want to give a little shout out to all our team members. Martin Brewer, the EOS Nation Director of Asia. He's been with me co-creating the Hotsauce every week since 2019. We also, like I mentioned, have Dan Singjoy, which is our new host, also very active in the Eden community. Yana Schiffer is our streaming and digital event production guru, so she's on the production tables every week. As we go live on YouTube, we're also restreaming the Hotsauce on Twitter, on Facebook, and Yana is the one that helps make all that happen. Dave Rex is our video editor. He created a nice Hotsauce amplified trailer for this grant. That's really great. We've been playing it at the start of the Hotsauce show in the last few weeks. Shramona is our designer, usually working on the thumbnails every week. And then, of course, we've got Lena and 11, our Chinese hosts, and Chen here that's hosting the this Pomelo Pitch Edition, of course, is our Korean community lead. So by supporting the Hotsauce grant, you are supporting all of these people, as well as supporting the longest running high quality news show on EOS. Obviously every donation matters. You guys know that. So we really encourage you guys to show some support for the Hotsauce, send a bit of EOS our way. We're going to be very appreciative, and we're looking forward to continuing to publish the Hotsauce every week for years and years to come. And finally, if you want to enter a promotional contest, you can go check out our Twitter account at .gems_, so DOTGEMS_ on Twitter. And if you look at the pinned tweet, you'll see a retweet contest. So all we're asking you to do is retweet our Hotsauce amplified promo, and we'll be entering you in a giveaway for some NFTs. In just and just to be clear, this giveaway is not related to donations, which is not allowed on the Pomelo platform. This giveaway is really just related to those who want to help us share the Hotsauce Amplified promo on Twitter. So that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you for listening, and thank you for having me on the Pomelo Pitch Session Korea Edition #2.
Thank you, Stefan.
지금 소개를 하신 프로젝트는 스테판이 소개를 했는데 핫소스의 한 줄 요약을 해드리자면 뭐 지금까지 이오스의 거의 출발과 동시에 이오스에 일어났던 일들을 계속 해왔었고, 그리고 점차 진화를 해왔다는 내용, 그리고 영어에서 시작을 해서 중국어 그리고 한국어, 그렇게 어떻게 보면 하나의 쇼 형태로 엔터테인먼트로 성장을 하는 그러한 그러니까 영어, 중국어, 한국어 구분 없이 참여할 수 있는 새로운 쇼 형태의 그런 커뮤니티 쇼를 성장을 시키고자 진행을 하고 있습니다. 많은 도네이션, 포멜로 그란츠의 도네이션을 부탁을 드린다고 하고 있습니다. 자, 그러면 이제 마지막으로 우리 원래 처음에 먼저 하기로 되어 있었는데 에덴코리아죠. 에덴코리아가 공식적으로 이제 런칭을 앞두고 있는데, 그 에덴코리아가 어떻게 설립이 되었고 또 어떻게 개발이 되었고 또 어떻게 앞으로 일어날 부분에 대해서 우리 에덴코리아의 상용님께서 그 부분을 설명을 부탁드리겠습니다. 준비되셨나요?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Thank you. I mean, sorry for the inconvenience at the beginning. I was struggling on the desktop. Of course, it wasn't working very well. Anyway, hello everyone. I'm Mr. Jung of the EdenKr in the support and the ESBs. And I'm here to do the EdenKr pitch today. This is the day I've been looking for the many days, so I'm actually very honored to be here. Thank you for everyone. By the way, may I use English today? I mean, I think it would be better to use English since we are already promoting EdenKr. So, is it okay?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Okay, let's go. So first about what is the ultimate goal of the EdenKr proposal? It is very simple. It can be just one sentence. It is deploying the Korean version of the Eden and build a web UI, and with that, proceed the official election in Korea. So, include myself, most of the team members who want to proceed this proposal are OG of the global Eden community. And we are contributing to the EOS ecosystem in our own way. The reason why we made this proposal is very simple also. This is because we just simply believe that the expansion of the Eden to Korea will be a momentum to grow the EOS ecosystem in Korea. I mean, lots of tokens in Korea and a lot of potential Eden participants in Korea, so why not? Then you might can ask me, why do you have to do this plan? I mean, why just Korean come to the global Eden OS? There is already. So you might can ask to me about it. So for that, I can just simply answer, like, actually, as of now, it is very difficult for the Korean to learn the current Eden consensus protocol, because even if they can participate, it is really not easy for them to build a consensus. I mean, like, how can they address themselves? How can they explain very well about what they want to do, what they want to build, what they want to bring to the EOS community, unless they can speak English very, very well? So the simple reason why this proposal is needed and this proposal is important is breaking the language barrier. That is why. So the true launch of the Eden OS, the true launch of the Korean version of Eden will maximize the Koreans' participation in the Eden protocol, which will naturally activate the Korean communities and its governance and its own ecosystem. So just think about how beautiful it will be. Let's say anyone who wants to join the EU's ecosystem in Korea, they can just simply come and build a consensus and use their own budgets and bring the value to the EU's communities and build their own reputation. This is awesome. And in this way, the EU's ecosystem will grow in Korea by the Koreans. This is our goal, and this is vision, and this is the dream. So to realize our vision, we are currently working on a specific milestones that we set. Let me explain about especially for the development milestones, which is very important. And it could be break it down to A, B, C, D, E. So the A should be the analysis of the Eden OS code. Because the Genesis Eden system is open source, but it's really not documented. So we analyze the GitHub Eden source and the web source, which is done 4 months ago. And next, we analyze the Eden OS smart contract, how we can actually invite the new members and the endorsements and the elections and the use claims, how we can be distributed to the delegates by using the ESIO smart contract. So, which is done too, 3 months ago. And with these results, we did the testnet test on the Jungle testnet. We set the code, and which is the successfully done. And we also have done the mainnet test too, and which is successfully done too. And the next step should be to build the web UI, and we are currently working on this, and which is nearly done. I can tell it will be finished very soon. So after all of this development milestone is finished, we will have the Korean Eden OS MVP, and we're gonna do the MVP-based test election process. So we hopefully have a great result of the testnet elections, and we're gonna start to promote. EdenKr is launched officially. Please come in here and join and build your consensus and bring the value to the EU's ecosystem. Do what you want. And here. So we can before the official elections, we're gonna promote enough and hopefully expand the Eden's talents pool. That's gonna be our upcoming work. This was the summary today. And lastly, I want to say best wishes of me. As I said before, the EdenKr team believes that the EU's ecosystem in Korea will naturally grow with the Eden Consensus Protocol. This is why we're working on this. This is why we are organized. This is why we are doing this. And I personally want to express a big appreciation to the EU's network for their interest and the support for the EU's Korean community. I know you always really care about the Korean community. Really, thank you. Thank you so much.
네, 감사합니다. 우리 상님께서 이 에덴 코리아에 대해서 그 런칭 과정과 그리고 개발 진행 과정, 그리고 독립적으로 우리가 직접 호스트할 수 있는 코드 포킹, 그리고 웹사이트의 모든 부분, 그리고 언어의 한국인이 어떻게 보면 영어의 멤버지만 언어 장벽으로서 접할 수 없었던 부분을 이제 한국인들이 독자적으로 만들어서 한국인들이 실제 참여를 하고 그 참여했는 사람들의 서로 어떻게 보면 투표를 얻는 그런 평판 시스템을 에덴 한국화에 아주 적합하게 잘 만들었고, 그리고 앞으로 어떠한 로드맵을 가지고, 그리고 어떠한 개발 과정을 지녔으며, 그러한 부분을 굉장히 자세하게 또 이렇게 또 영어로 직접 설명을 해 주셔가지고, 어떻게 보면 해외에서 직접 어떻게 보면 지금 프로젝트 오너이면서 또 스페셜 게스트로 왔는 뭐 스테판이든 잭이든 마이클, 다니엘 모든 이러한 분들께서 어떻게 보면 이제 한국에 에덴이라는 이러한 OS를 기반으로 독립적으로 커뮤니티에서 만들었구나. 이거 굉장히 어떻게 보면 놀랄 일이거든요. 엄청나게 놀랄 일인데, 사실 이슈가 되지 않았던 이유는 완벽하게는 못하겠지만 그래도 구축을 하고 난 다음에 점차 커뮤니티에게 알리는 방향을 컨셉으로 잡았기 때문에 다소 어떻게 보면 잘 알려지지 않았지만, 이번 포멜로 3라운드를 시작으로 이렇게 피치 세션에 또 파이널리 장식을 했는 이러한 기념으로 해외에도 많이 잘 알려져 가지고, 에덴 코리아 하면은 또 한국을 대표할 수 있고, 한국에 가장 참여를 하는 사람들이 모여 있는, 가장 오래되어 있는 사람들이 있는, 그리고 가장 정확한 정보를 가지고 있는 사람들이 뭔가를 구축을 하고 프로젝트를 지원을 할 수 있으며, 그러한 기회가 되기를 바랍니다. 그리고 앞으로 만들어질 계획 부분에 대해서는 포멜로 그란츠에 보시면은 EdenKr이라고, 거기에 자세한 개발 부분과 그리고 진한 부분에 대해서, 그리고 지금 현재 이 포멜로 OS를 독립적으로 만들기 위해서 참여했는 팀원들 목록도 다 자세하게 나와 있습니다. 그래서 앞으로 많이 전달이 되고 많이 해외에 소통하는 그러한 시간이 되었으면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 거의 지금 한 40분이 지났죠. 40분이 지났는데 이제 이 두 번째 포멜로 피치 한국 에디션을 이제는 이번이 마지막으로 운영을 하게 되었습니다. 왜냐하면 모든 해외의 포멜로 피치 세션 자체가 영어 그룹이고 한국어 그룹이고 중국어 그룹이고 이번 주까지 그렇게 종료를 하는 그러한 프로세스를 가지고 있습니다. 그래서 한국도 오늘 피치 세션을 종료로 더 많은 프로젝트를 전달해 주고 싶고, 또 영어의 프로젝트들을 더 많이 전달해 주고 싶었지만 시간적인 부분 그리고 그러한 제약이 있었다는 부분을 대해서 많은 양해를 부탁을 드리겠습니다. 시현님 간단하게 한 줄 요약만 해주시고, 우리 또 다니엘 왔으니까 혹시 전달할 내용이 있으면 한번 듣고 최종 마무리 한번 각자 영어 오너분들 최종 마무리 인사 한번 하고 종료하는 걸로 하시죠.
네. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, and thanks to Bywire News, Recovery, Hotsauce, EdenKr for joining us tonight. It's the second episode of Pomelo Pitch Korea edition, and this will be the last one in season 3. Thank you for everyone's support. So we have Daniel here with us. So if you are there, can you give us a comment for the closing, please?
While we wait for Daniel to get on stage here, I just want to thank our two hosts for hosting these Korea pitch sessions. They were great. Thank you very much. I think you guys did a great job, and you deserve a round of applause.
Thank you, Stefan. And thank you. So also, I see Michael is still here. Do you want to say goodbye to the audience?
I don't think they're speakers.
Oh.
There we go.
I'll say goodbye
Yeah.
for Michael. He might be on a call. Thank you very much, and yeah, please support Bywire. Goodbye.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. And
Seems like we lost Daniel. So I'll be happy to sign off on behalf of the Pomelo team. Just quickly, a little update. We're up to 168 approved grants. I just verified the new number here just a few moments ago. So that's really amazing. That's a new all-time high for the amount of grants in the Pomelo season. So that's great to see. We've been really happy with how the Pomelo season has been going on so far. We've improved a lot of things. The community has been very engaged. And yeah, we're looking forward to this last week of donation. So it's very important that you guys get your donations in. It is the last week, and other than that, if you are a grant creator and you missed your chance to apply for this season, don't worry. There's always season 4 coming just around the corner.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you for your comment. 그러면 오늘 마무리할까요, 맥스님?
예, 마무리하시죠. 다들 포멜로 코리아 한국 피치 세션 1회차에 이어서 또 2회차에 이렇게 많은 분들이 참여해 주시고 프로젝트 오너분들 참여해 주셔서 좋은 설명을 해 주셔가지고 이오스 메인넷에 그리고 이오스 IO가 이제 다 연결이 되는 부분을 우리가 겪고 있죠. 이렇게 뭔가 성장을 하는데 굉장히 업그레이드가 되고 모든 분들이 진화를 했다는 것을 몸소 체험하고 있습니다. 그래서 하루하루가 재밌고 그렇게 매사에 재밌는 시간을 가지시면 좋을 것 같습니다. 저는 여기서 종료를 하고 우리 치엔님 마지막 인사 한번 들어보겠습니다.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. So we're gonna wrap it up this Pomelo Pitch episode 2. Thank you everyone. We will see you in season 4. Bye.
Go EOS!
Go
EOS!
EOS!
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate everybody's participation. It's awesome to listen to all the pitches. Thanks for having me up. Sorry for the delay. I was on my desktop earlier.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.